All right. I just want to give a huge shout out to the Urban Influencer, the largest platform for breaking independent artists. So shout out to Urban Influencers.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am Missy E, the party doll, and this is the Urban Influencer Radio with Rina Chanel. How are you tonight?
I am blessed. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. So we are interviewing on this lovely night. I love the backdrop. What you got going on back there?
Oh, thank you. I have my kind of my favorite flower in the background. It's a peony.
Mm-hmm.
I've always loved peonies. That's like my favorite flower. So I saw something in the store. I'm like, ooh, I gotta have that. So it's just a nice creative focal point. So I'm like, I'm gonna just put it there, have it
Well,
by
it
my
looks
keyboard.
good. It's becoming. It is definitely becoming. So I was thinking about
Thank you.
ambiance because I'm just right here at the dinner table, and there's the picture in the back. So
That's all right. Sometimes you need a little punch or something just to
I
up
keep
the
saying
mood.
I'm gonna have to set up a whole ambiance for these interviews. But I want to welcome you, and I want to thank you for taking the time out to hang out with me tonight. Um, First question I do want to ask is Rina Chanel your government name?
Well, no, and it's actually Rina Chanel.
Rina, okay, Rina
Rina.
Chanel,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that's your government name.
No, 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 no. That's my stage name. That's my performance name.
Okay, because I was gonna say, okay, Mama was really thinking. She was like Rina Chanel. Okay, so just asking a
well,
question. Go
well,
ahead.
Rina is part of the name. It is
Okay.
part of. It's half of my government name. So.
Okay. All right. Well, we got to keep them government names secure. That's all.
Okay.
So, so we're gonna make this interview really fun. So,
Good.
a little bit about I listened to your music a good bit, um, and I also realized after reading your bio that you have an extensive background as far as being trained in music.
I do. I have some background in music, and yeah, I started out on a completely different path. I was studying one day to be a classically trained operatic soprano.
And that's what, and see, I wanted you to say that because I was like, okay, in her bio it says R&B, soul, swing, pop, ensemble, and opera. That was
A
like,
nice
okay,
little
so
eclectic mix.
yeah, it is. It's a different mix, but that means that you have more of I'm not going to say because I don't want anybody to think I'm saying one style of music is better than another one, but it means that you can actually tell people, well, that is this and this is that when you're listening to music.
I can. And it's also for me just kind of different creative little outlets I can kind of tap into just based
Mm-hmm.
on having a wide range of experience of different styles of music and a different appreciation. So, I
Mm-hmm.
may be looking like, hey, I want it to be soulful, but maybe just have a little hint of something a little jazzy or a little swing or a little, just little
Mm-hmm.
and little, tweaks and nuances. So I just feel like it just makes me more versatile. And, I love all styles of music. So
Mm-hmm.
I can appreciate.
Okay. Got a little delay. So I'm going to ask a question, and this is one of them fun questions. Have you ever
Okay.
put opera to hip hop?
Not yet, but I like to play, you know, because I do love, for me, I love strings. So
Mm-hmm.
any style of music that for me, I'm that kind of reminds me of my background in classical music and listening to live orchestra and that kind of thing. So for me, you know, at the minimum, I would always have strings on any track that I ever did because it's
Okay.
just for me it's important and it just for me that just makes me melt. I'm just like I love strings and if I can incorporate that um, song or in some lyrics or something, or it could be even a melody or something that people may have heard, you know, like in the future I might want to try to incorporate some of my foreign language, you know, kind of make it a
That.
little bit more, yeah, maybe some French or Italian might, you know, so I'm thinking of different ways to incorporate it,
Mm-hmm.
but to have this vibe too. So it's not just like, oh, here's this opera song,
Right.
but and really, really nice and a nice vibe and something that I would want to do naturally and just kind of slide in little different influences and little things
Right.
and just to kind of make it my own.
Parle Italiano?
No, je parle le français.
Ah, parle francese, poco francese, poco italiano,
Okay,
poco español.
nice. Very nice accent.
So, so I lived in Italy for 3 years, so that was
Oh,
one of the things.
wow.
So music is definitely different, and that brings me to talking about your music and your projects. So, your song "Worthy," you had a project in 2020.
Yes.
You started well. The other project I saw was in 2017. Then this one, "Worthy," in 2020, actually was number one in Italy, Canada, and California. And your other project did well over there as well. Yeah,
Yes. What a blessing.
made,
It's a
made. I was
blessing.
looking for it on my piece of paper. Made, which is an empowering song. I was actually thinking about when I was listening to Made. I was like, well, I need to do a woman empowerment, wear your crown uh, playlist.
Yes.
Together, and
Yes.
that was one, and I was like,
Yes.
okay, and I wrote down the lyrics in it. Queens of the
Okay.
world, throw up, throw your hands up.
Throw your hands up.
Yes.
Yes.
So I
Yes.
so very
Yes.
empowering. And so getting back into my questions, who do people most say that you sound like? If they have said you sound like anyone.
I I haven't gotten a person that anybody has said, you know, because there's some people that just, you know, you hear their voice and it's
Mm-hmm.
immediately, you know, might be their main inspiration, but I haven't gotten that comparison or anything. I don't know. I guess I just sound like me.
Okay. All right. All
Yeah,
right.
I haven't gotten. I mean, you tell me unless you have
I
somebody.
actually I actually thought Vanessa Williams.
Oh, I will take that. Yes.
I actually thought Vanessa Williams, especially when I think it was Worthy I was listening to, and it kind of
Mhm.
made me think of Dreaming.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember that hit. Yeah.
Yeah. So it
Oh,
kind
that's
of made me
nice.
think of that. So I was like, the
Hmm.
way she flows, it does sound Vanessa Williamish. And she was very
Okay.
melodic. Yeah. So that's why I asked first
Right.
before I just said, anybody ever tell you that? So I wanted to ask you to see.
I have not heard that before, but I appreciate that. Thank you. But yeah, I've
Okay.
never heard that before.
Okay, well, definitely there's some comparison.
Okay.
And she's a good, she was definitely a role model. Um,
Oh, yes. Very, very inspirational.
so who would you say you were influenced by in your music?
I would have to say I have a couple of influences, especially my earlier influences. I would have to say Sade was a
Okay.
huge, huge influence. Sade and Anita Baker were
Okay.
my earlier influences. Just kind of, they were all so smooth with their delivery and very sophisticated, and that just really, did something to me when I was watching them. I was just like, wow, they just have such a nice, elegant vibe about them, and the smooth delivery, and it's a nice vibe. It's really classy and timeless, and I just always wanted to one day hopefully be, have someone associate me and my music with those qualities and those kind of um, music that can be played hopefully years later and still be timeless and still sound good and have quality lyrics and production and still, you know, still.
Mhm.
So yeah, like Sade and Anita Baker were key female influences. For the male side, I would have to say Luther Vandross.
I love Luther.
Luther and Babyface. So, and again, they both kind of had that smooth quality about their voice, and just, they just, their voice just, they just kind of, everything that they did and sang melted out, and everything they did was just quality. It was top notch, and just, so those are the kind of those are the kind of influences that I had growing up early. And even now, I still really, I still go back to all of their music and all of their hits, and even will cover, especially Sade and Anita Baker. I do like to cover a lot of their music. But yeah, those were it for
Mhm.
me.
So, what's your favorite Anita Baker song?
Angel.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I love
Okay.
Angel. Yeah.
Okay. So, when did your journey in music begin?
It began, so I guess my training began when I started singing, studying classical music, and when I went to college. I went to Radford University in Virginia on a voice scholarship. So
Awesome.
doing that, yes, I was grateful for that opportunity. So I had done that for a while, and then I came to kind of the DC metropolitan area, the DMV area, and then I was fortunate to meet an extremely talented and international recording artist named Tracy Hamlin, uh,
Okay.
who is just amazing, and just her voice, the power, everything that she does is just it's just quality. So I actually studied with her for a while, and she kind of helped me navigate the transition between the classical world and
Mm-hmm.
soulful R&B and more commercial style of music. So that was a huge experience for me, and that just kind of shifted everything for me to be like, you know what, this is what I want to do with my life. This
Right.
is calling. This is where I need to be. I feel like, this is my God-given ability, and I need to take this and run with it. And that was kind of the beginning of my, I guess, commercial music experience. And then that kind of led me to do my first feature, I believe in 2017.
Mm-hmm.
There was a song called Don't Give Up on Love.
Mm-hmm.
And that was on a producer that I worked with out of Baltimore. And that was on his EP, If Only for Love. So that was an awesome experience. I got to, you know, dig into my first kind of song, and that was an amazing growing experience. And I'll always be grateful for that. So yeah, that's kind of been the beginning, and I've just kind of been continuing ever since, and
Okay.
just writing and putting together music and living my dream.
Good. Awesome. Well, who are some of the artists that you would like to work with? I got a bunch of questions for you.
So of course, it would be a dream to work for, Babyface, or
Okay.
of course Luther. That would have been awesome, as far as on that side of things. As far as female artists go, I would love to work with Tamia.
Okay.
I've always loved
Okay.
Tamia's voice.
Mm-hmm.
Tamia. I love Regina Bell. She's amazing, and things that she does
Mm-hmm.
with her.
Awesome.
And also another influence for me was Natalie Cole, just kind of her
Okay.
whole jazz persona and just all of everything that she did. You know, I would have been very blessed to work with her if she was, you know,
Hmm.
still down. But yeah, there are a couple of different people. I mean, I can go on, but those are kind of my top people that I would say I would love to work with, to collaborate with, to any type of musical anything. I would love to work on something with them.
So when you're, or do you write your own music?
I do. I actually co-write. I have a producer that I work with locally named Benny Pierce
Hmm.
out of, and he's with Philly Bop Productions, which we worked on my current single, More Than Enough, as well as Made and Worthy. So we worked all of those particular projects together. So it's been a great partnership.
So this brings me to my next question, which is, what is your process when you are creating your music? Everybody, I mean, when I talk to
Yeah.
artists, they all have different processes, which is really interesting. So what is your process when you're putting
Yeah.
together?
I can't say there's like a cookie cutter process. So for me, you know, like with my producer that I work with, it could be he could send me a track over and then I could inspire to write to that and feel a certain emotion from that. Or I could just, be thinking, I try to write something every day. Something, whether it's a couple of thoughts or
Okay.
ideas or just whatever inspiration is. I have like 1,000 different journals around.
Hmm.
And, so anytime, I just try to capture something. So, I'll feel like, okay, well, maybe I want to write a love song, or maybe I want to write a song, I want to write a song to empower women. That's how Made came out. So I knew ahead of time, I want to sing a song to my fellow queens, to have them, give them a vibe, to feel good about themselves, to hear the song and to really kind of walk in the stride of your queendom and to embrace and own who you are. I wanted you to feel that,
Hmm.
so it came to me first, and then I took that idea, and then me and my producer, we wrote together, and we actually had a third co-writer for that particular song. But yeah, so it could come into me, sometimes I'm sleeping and I wake up and I have these ideas and
Hmm.
I have a journal by my bed and I'll jot down a couple of different things. I'm like, oh, that's a good idea. Or hey, here's a good melody idea. Let me pull out my iPhone and record a couple of different, ideas real quick before I lose them, because sometimes you're not always able to
Right.
catch it in the moment. And sometimes you may forget. But there have been other times, like I want to say for Worthy, for that particular song, I had an idea, it kept coming back to me. So I felt like, okay, this song is meant to be, because I keep getting these same reoccurring melodies and same ideas for this particular song. So um, and pretty much everything kind of came out of Worthy. So I feel like if you, as a woman, and even as a person,
Right.
um, to know that you are worthy of love and respect. And if you do that and feel that way, then you can walk into the space where, yes, I was made to be who I was created to be, which is where Made came from.
Right.
And then you can embody that space and know, yes, I was made to be created who I was made to be. I'm authentic to me. So that's not going to look like what you were created to be. We're all created to be different things. So that's going to look and look and be come across in different ways. But that doesn't mean I'm not being authentic to me and you're
Right.
not authentic to you. We all have our own path to finding who we are and what our purpose in life is. So that's kind of what Made celebrates, that whole vibe, and just putting out there, queens of the world, throw your hands up, embrace who you are, be proud of who you are, just take
Mhm.
that, run with it. And then that kind of led to the next song, More Than Enough. So now that you've kind of got your vibe and you got your self-love and you're loving on yourself and you're feeling good and you know, yes, I am more than enough. I'm more than enough than in this relationship, in this
Right.
situation, in work and life. I shouldn't doubt myself, or if I do, you know, because of course we're human. So
Mhm.
sometimes we feel good about ourselves and sometimes we don't, but that's a reminder to us to let us know, yes, I am more than enough and I am worthy of your love and respect. And I'm going to love me first, whether you love me or not. So I'm going to come into a situation with respect and demand that you respect me.
Awesome, awesome. So with that being said, what do you want people to know about your music or know about you?
I want them to, well, definitely, I want a couple of things. I want them to feel empowered. I
Hmm.
want them to hopefully feel better off than they were. So, like, after they listen to the song, I want them to feel good, to feel positive, to feel uplifted, to feel like, yes, I can, you know, I can make it in this situation that I'm in, or I can go after my dreams and make goals and go after the things that I want in life. I can do that. You know, these things are possible. It's not just a dream, you know. Um, and yeah, I want them to feel good and I want them to hear my music and hopefully know that they're, you know, that I've put quality time and effort into writing the lyrics, into people that I work
Hmm.
in the production. So I want the quality to shine through. I want it to be something that is considered timeless. So I've always tried to kind of put messages in my song. You know, I don't want to just
Hmm.
throw a song out there and just kind of it
Right.
just whatever song. I want there to be some meat to it. I want there to be
Okay.
something that you can
Good.
take from it and hopefully it will better your life and it will help you do what you need to do in your life. So
Okay.
I just wanted to spread love and to kind of be this process of I'm putting love into it and putting love out into the world, and then people hopefully will pay it forward and kind of keep that process going.
Okay. So the best day of your life. I told you I was
The
working hard on
best
these
day
questions.
of my life.
Best day of your life. I was working hard on these questions.
That is a good question. um, wow, just one.
Yeah, just what, one. Yeah,
Best
just
day of my life. Okay. Um, I don't know. I feel like the best day of my life was when I discovered that this was my gift. You know,
okay.
my gift to put out there in the world that God has put in my life and in my heart. And, you know, because everybody has their gift that they are meant to do. So
Mhm.
I, once you discover that, it's very exciting, it's very liberating, it's very freeing. So
Right.
that I feel like I will take that and I will put it into all facets of life. So I just feel like that is kind of the beginning of the discovery of the journey of who I am as a person, as a musician, as an artist. So yeah, I feel like that's the best day of my life.
Okay. So tell me your top three on your playlist. See, see?
Live and look. No, I'm just kidding. Oh my goodness. Let's see the top
And
three.
this is always so hard for everybody.
Well, it's funny because I listen to so many different styles of music, so
Hmm.
it may
I
not
see. I narrowed it
always
to
be on
three.
my
I narrowed it
playlist.
to three.
Okay, three. So I would have to say, um, I definitely like to support my fellow independent artists. So I have at the moment I do have Tangeray Hayward's uh,
Okay.
Love. I do love that song. I feel like I have
Beautiful
a lot.
voice.
It's beautiful. Yeah, she's a beautiful person and
Hmm.
music is beautiful. I love her voice. I love her whole spirit and her whole vibe. So that is one of my playlist songs. I do have as well Promise by Mary Cross.
Okay.
I love that song. It's lots of timeless qualities. And, I like music that I can hear, on a regular, and then I can go back to it and then try to find, well, I don't remember that part. Let me hear that again. Cause I'll hear it and listen to it for different reasons and hear different things.
Mhm.
So that's how I feel like a mark of timeless music. I can go back to it and listen,
Mhm.
still appreciate it.
Okay.
So that's two. I got one more. Okay.
One more. One more.
All right, one more. Let's see. I mean, it might be a little cliche, but it's an amazing song, but it's kind of everywhere. Leave the door open.
Okay.
Silk Sonic. I do love that song, so I try to at least incorporate some new stuff every now and then. But yeah, I love that
That
song.
wasn't that hard. That
It's a
wasn't
feel good song. That went too hard.
hard at all. So would you put yourself in a box when it comes to music? You know, some people say, well, I'm in this category. So what would you say about your music? Where would you put it? Or if you wouldn't put it?
I wouldn't put myself in a box. I know that other people, based on I guess the projects that I have released,
Hmm.
I'm kind of in the R&B and soul lane, if
Okay.
adult contemporary. Um, but I feel like just based on the things that I would like to do in the future, um, there's room for flexibility. I don't feel like you should limit yourself in a box. I don't think creativity is there's one way or one approach. So I mean, people may even say, the future ideas that I have that are, oh well, we still see that as a R&B or this or that, but it may have influences of jazz, or maybe a little influence of pop, or maybe a little bit of influence of classical music. So I just try to let the creativity kind of lead me, and then I see kind of how the finished product comes together, but I don't try to say, okay, I need to write an R&B song, to write um a soulful song. It just kind of whatever feels good and natural in the moment, and whatever however those ideas are kind of coming and free flowing. That's how I feel like that's my approach to creativity in music, because I feel like if I can believe it and feel it, then I'll be able to really communicate it, and people will pick that up. They will be able to respond to the authentic me, as opposed to, okay, I have to write, let me put myself in a box. And I feel like if you do that, you kind of stifle yourself. Why would you do that? You want the ideas to be free flowing, however they come to you, however, whatever the lane. So I just feel like if you're not embracing kind of all of the facets of being an artist, then you're limiting yourself. So I don't think you should do that.
Okay, cool. So, trying to see, what is your next step? Well, no, let me go back. No, let me take that question back. Where has
Okay.
music taken you?
Let's see. Music has taken me. Do you want like like a place, or like, I mean, anything,
Wherever
wherever?
it has taken, where has it taken you?
It has taken me on definitely a journey of self-discovery. Like, I'm discovering things about myself that, you know, I forgot was either there, because maybe it was buried and I hadn't tapped into certain things in a while, or just discovering new things about myself. Like, I feel like, when you start creating, and first of all, getting with people who believe in you, number one, because you
Hmm.
believe in yourself, number one, but get aligned with people who really believe in you and who allow you to be as creative as possible. Then I feel like it's the best of both worlds. You get to get maybe a certain level of production and lyrics and things that you wouldn't be able to do if you didn't feel the freedom. So feeling the freedom of being an artist and being fully
Right.
creative, that has definitely, I have been able to pull that out even more, which has been an exciting process for me. So, because I feel like maybe when I was in the classical world, which is a little different, it's a little bit more rich, there's a little bit more, less flexibility when you're doing classical music. So doing more R&B and soul and jazz music and just writing yourself, as opposed to just singing other people's music. There's a certain level of freedom that you have. There's no way like you can say, oh, okay, well, I have to sing it like this artist. You're the artist. You get to determine the vibe and the feel and all of that. So I just feel like the discovery of who Rina Chanel is as an artist and as a person has that's where music has taken me. It's taken me into deeper layers of who I am, which is great because I feel like once you tap into all of who you are, that's when you're your happiest. And that's when you can fully give to people and give to others.
Okay, so let's talk about this new project.
Okay.
So you lit up. You was like, she asked me all these other questions. We're gonna get to the meat of my music. Where's my music coming in? So let's talk about this new project.
Okay. What you want to know?
Hey, it's your floor. Go ahead.
Okay. So are we talking about More Than Enough? Or are we talking about
which one is out there right now? I know you got a couple.
Okay. Well, yes. So the current single is More Than Enough. Is out there, and people are responding to it, and I'm just grateful for the airplay and for the love, and it's definitely a little bit more jazzier, kind of R&B soulful feel to it. Some people have even which I was surprised. Now that you're telling me about the comparison and maybe even saying any similar sounds, somebody did mention that they were kind of getting a Mesa vibe from that.
Were they? Okay.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, I'll take that. I love Mesa.
She's
so, oh yeah, she's awesome. So someone had mentioned that to me, but I'm just, More Than Enough is all about, getting in the space of life where you feel that you're happy, you're settled, you feel like you are in a space where you are more than enough for either a person, a relationship, a situation. And I feel like once you're in that space, then you can, embrace who you are fully and be in a space to accept the person or, person that is supposed to be in your life, who is worthy.
And More Than Enough is number 17 on the Urban Influencer chart this week.
Yes, I'm so happy to hear that. That's awesome. I am honored and grateful for that. So yes, it is a blessing.
So you're getting some buzz, you're getting good responses. You got More Than Enough out there. So what's next?
Next is my EP.
Okay.
So yes, I am.
Because I noticed you had smaller, you did release singles versus releasing EP. So you're doing an EP. Okay.
Yes.
And that seems like that's more of the trend now. People are just releasing singles versus doing, a full album, or they're just doing EPs.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen kind of different cases. Like I've seen people do both. Like some people they'll come right out with the album or the EP. It really just depends. For my particular journey, it just felt right in that season to do singles. So now I feel like, okay, I think, or I hope that people kind of have gotten to know me a little bit more and to at least get a sampling based on the singles that have gone out, and kind of get a feel of what I do, and hopefully appreciate that, and want to know, want to get a little bit more meat on the bone. So that's where I feel like this time now, it's time to do an EP.
Okay. So what are you thinking? Look, I'm gonna try to get in your head. What are you thinking? What are you gonna put? What should we expect from this EP that's coming up?
Well, you definitely should expect me to go deeper,
Okay.
the layers of my personality. I want to say that. So,
Okay.
just like I was telling you how I just feel like music has kind of taken me into this journey of kind of self-discovery and discovering
Mm-hmm.
kind of my voice as an artist, and the kind of things that I want to say and want to communicate, to people as a woman and as a person, as a human being. um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, just want to have I just want to continue having conversations with people about some important topics to me, and I hope they can vibe with it. I hope they can appreciate it, and I hope that they continue on this journey with me. But yeah, it's going to be more more in depth, so you'll get to know Rita Chanel a little bit more.
All right. Well, Rena Chanel, I definitely want to thank you for taking the time and hanging out with us. We definitely enjoyed you. And
You.
congratulations to your song moving up the charts on Urban Influencer. All right. Thank you, Miss Rena Chanel. We appreciate you. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, we got to go back. Wait. We got to go
Oh,
back.
oh,
You got to tell
okay.
people how to get in touch with you. We got to put social media out
Yes,
there.
please come and get in touch with me. I am on Facebook and on Instagram, and that's at Rina Chanel Music, and that is at RinaChanel Music. And you can also find me on Twitter at the Rina Chanel, and that's the Rina Chanel. So
All right.
follow me and hang out with me and follow my journey.
And make sure they download your music.
Yes, I would love for you to download my music. And I forgot to tell you guys that, but yeah, I would appreciate your support. You can find my music on my website at phillybopmusic.com. And that's PhillieBop music.com. And my music is found everywhere. So everywhere you purchase music, where it's Google Music, Apple, iTunes, you will be able to find my material. So I would greatly appreciate your support.
Well, we want to thank you again. And ladies and gentlemen, I am your girl, Missy E, the Party Doll. You can follow me on Instagram at Missy E. No, I'm sorry, Missy Party Doll. I have to remember my stuff. Missy E Party Doll on Twitter, on Facebook, Missy E Johnson. But I also want y'all to make sure you go and click like and share the Urban Influencer Radio on YouTube. Please go and follow us on Facebook, the Urban Influencer, and the Airplay. I'm not even going to, I messed that up. But anyway, follow us. You can follow me and I'll give you all the information. And again, it was a pleasure. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. And ladies and gentlemen, y'all have an amazing day. Smooches.
And the little things that you do, shining like a diamond, feels so rare. No games in this love for two. Baby, I'm so sorry I ever doubted. One was always in my heart. Boy, it's you and me against the world, me every day. You prove it every day. You have my heart, I swear this to be true. Speechless, 'cause there's nothing left to say. And it means so much to tell you now that you are my everything. No one knows the depths of how deep this love goes, but I need the world to know you're more than enough, baby. Can't imagine you not in my life. One in a million, a dream come true. This time around, I finally realize this love is more than enough. From the first time that I laid my eyes on you, started feeling ways I thought I never knew, baby. You're the missing piece of the puzzle to my heart, and baby now I'm for sure forevermore I can say that you are. Baby, you got me feeling more than enough. Got me shining like a diamond. Yeah, feeling so real, so real. No games and this love for two. That's why you'll always be true. It's in the little things that you do. You're one in a million. You're one in a million, and no one can come back.
Nigga telling the truth. I ain't lie about shit. Nothing. No kizzy. Free little bro. That's Fendi. Do this shit to little bro free. Latest. No lie. You can add little bro. Used to try right on my mama high. Got a $500,000 vacancy right up under my mama couch. Made a $500,000 play right in front of the Waffle House. You ain't talking about getting money, the fuck is you talking about? You can add little bro, used to try right on my mama high. Got a $500,000 vacancy right up under my mama couch. Made a $500,000 play right in front of the Waffle House. You ain't talking about getting money, the fuck is you talking about? I just wanna get the paper, fuck a hater, sorry, no, I'll see you later, Trap line wrapped around the building, steady getting complaint from a neighbor, Sliding down 285, shit, on my way to Decatur, Having dinner with the mayor, I might as well be the mayor, Bitches call me Dapper Don, NBL, got it tatted on my arm, Chase Green and Leprechaun, only thing I own is a Trapathon, Never switch side on my guys, and I put it there in my Quran, Deleon on the dawn, in the trap on LeBron, Trap booming like a bomb, Got me feeling like Saddam, Cold weed, hat pill, nigga, we can get you everything you on, I forgot the coke and the lean, nigga, can't forget the hair, Hard money in, long live, no, this a trap marathon leaders. You can add little bro, used to try right on my mama high. Got a $500,000 vacancy right up under my mama couch. Made a $500,000 play right in front of the Waffle House. You ain't talking about getting money, the fuck is you talking about? You can add little bro, used to try right on my mama high. Got a $500,000 vacancy right up under my mama couch. Made a $500,000 play right in front of the Waffle House. You ain't talking about getting money, the fuck is you talking about?
You gotta learn to appreciate the finer things in life, to appreciate life and live long. You see, unfortunately, while they was sneaking, smoking in Newport. Robbie was out there balling them hoop court, bathhouse or up at DuPont. Remington Steel, never forget where I was raised. Had it made way back in the days, I'm just a thug in my way. But that's a good thing, baby, take a look at me now. Young and wild and hella proud, got all the clout, but simmer down now. It wasn't so easy, I can remember when times was hard. Stuck together and waited for God, pray to the Lord that he opened the door. And mama made it, calling welfare, she didn't care who else cared. Sometimes it felt like hell, here, still stenching the stale. Inhale, exhale, rebel and I did. Reminisce when I was a kid and all that crazy shit I done did. Breaking windows, petty thieving, roaming Cleveland, causing hassles, corruption and destruction. My mama's little rascals, that's when my mama was paying the bills. But see the game that flipped around, spent around. I guess it's all on me now. When now my baby's count no daddy and these beauty coming in. Now it's time to hit this road again, carry this load again. But that's cool, cause I'm ready in this game. I'm so heavy in these streets, I'm so deadly. If you want me, come and get me. Ain't nothing changed, but the times, days, months and years. And day by day I'ma make my way, shedding these tattoo tears. Listen here, I'm in it to win it no matter what's the cause. Even though a nigga get tired, boss, it's mandatory. Now I remember the days when everything was so easy. I done went and got grown, couldn't wait to graduate and get on my own. Now I wanna take it back and try to relax because I wanna be free from life's responsibility. Spread my wings, take me back to how we used to be. I'm doing good for myself, I'm facing nothing but envy. So I sip my bottle till it's empty. Won't let this rap game pimp me, evil tempt me, but it just can't touch me. Keep on passing me by, and I seen the devil when he lurking in his fancy disguises. Never stop coming, gotta keep working. This is the picture I get. And every day hustling, trying to get rich, a little more slicker I get. And I'm knowing this game and built the last. Give me my cash and I'm cool. If you ain't got it, I gotta smash. This is life, and that's the rules. Crash dummies, they get tested. Say the shit for the young and the restless. Really, some people is out here helpless. Wanna promise to stay selfish, live by the thug world order. In these times of stress, I do my best like a game of chess. And will I win it?
I can remember when I got kicked out of school. A nigga went straight to the pen. Nigga turned 18, goddamn, no longer a juvenile. I'm a grown man, I played the wrong hand. I gotta deal with it, don't need a strong last. So I set my ass on back and let my time roll past. Can't believe I'm being shackled, first offense, that's why I'm rattled. And I'm sitting in my cell, constantly thinking about when I get out. Collect calls to my dogs, damn, I wish I was home with y'all. I wish I was free, cause man, I'm losing my mind behind the walls. Back up against this cold steel, ain't got a decent home meal. Feel so trapped and alone, taking this route was so real. I know one thing, I'm never coming back after I'm released. Nope, not me, I just got to be
now I
free.
remember back in the days when everything was so easy. I done went and got grown, couldn't wait to graduate and get on my own. Now I wanna take it back and try to relax because I wanna be free from life's responsibility. Spread my wings, take me back to how we used to be. Now I remember back in the days when everything was so easy. I done went and got grown, couldn't wait to graduate and get on my own. Now I wanna take it back and try to relax because I wanna be free from life's responsibility. Spread my wings, take me back to how we used to be.
When you look at me, tell me what you see.
Automatically judge me. What do you think about me? Ooh.
I'm more than my hair or the clothes I wear.
So Rina, what you say?
You'll be you and I'll be me.
Queens of the world, throw your hands up. Every woman, every girl.
Ooh, yeah.
Queens of the world, throw your hands up. Queens of the world, every woman, every girl.
Say all that I can be. I was made for me, simply made for me. I can be one, do one. I'm in control of me. I was to judge me in every way. I define my own beauty authentically. I was made.
Lifetime lover seemed like a long time until I met you, girl. You changed my mind. You take me to heaven every time. More happiness than money can buy. The world keeps spinning around. Oh, yeah. You're the good I've been waiting for, and I won't let go. Yeah, yeah. Every day I keep falling for you. In love with everything about you. Every day got me feeling brand new. Yeah, crazy about the things you do. Every day I keep falling, can't resist. I'm falling for you. Every day I keep falling for you. Oh, yeah. Look at here. I'm just another man from an average town. Sweeter than honey, mama, look what I found. In this big world, so much coming at me. Wake up to you is all that matters to me. Let the world